I'll be discussing some important issues of digital world. In my word, it is called metaverse world because metaverse is more technical term. So therefore, many of you may not be aware of what is metaverse. So therefore, in simple language, I'll tell the digital world. The system is such that now we are more going towards the use of the digital gadgets. Everybody is well versed with the digital gadgets, including your small kid whom you are feeding also while showing some cartoon in the mobile phone. Also, sometimes you allow them to use the mobile phone to talk to the grandpa or grandma or to anybody, mama or whatever relation you want to get connected. This is one way of like creating our childhood addicted to the digital gadgets. I'll not use the word addicted because it is negative for me. Making the small kids empowered to use the digital gadgets which are available. But at the same time, you are also seeing that some people they are taking help of these digital gadgets for their day-to-day life requirements, whether it is education or connecting to a doctor or connecting to get a Jyotishi Paramarsha or to connect it to a Vastu Shastra. So many day-to-day activities are now completely a automated device dependent situation. So, and this device is also not only leaving us in the office, it is carrying us to the family. So, the real relationship also is having a hindrance. But at the same time, the people who are lonely, to whom with they will create a relationship. So let's say student of a quota who is from a place called maybe Kuchinda has gone there. He never saw a city beyond Kuchinda. All of a sudden, the parental aspiration forced him. बाप माँ इंजीनियर डॉक्टर नहीं बन पाए, आईआईटी पढ़ नहीं पाए, आईआईटी बनाना है उसको, भेज दे कुछ नहीं, बच्चे को देके कोटा में, क्योंकि के का साथ के मैचिंग किया, बस भेज दो के में. वो बेचारा वहाँ पहुँच के अलग एनवायरमेंट, ना अच्छा से हिंदी बोल पा रहा है, ना खाना रोटी कभी जिंदगी में खाया था, यहाँ तो पकड़ा हुआ खाने वाला बंदा वहाँ समर में रोटी खाना पड़ेगा. तो टोटल इकोलॉजिकल डिफरेंस, एनवायरमेंटल डिफरेंस, उसका जो माइंड स्ट्रेस जा रहा है, रात 12 बजे की 1 बजे स्ट्रेसफुल है, कुछ बात करना चाहता है अपना पेरेंट्स का साथ, सोच रहा है मम्मी तो अभी सोया होगा, कैसे उठाएंगे, लेकिन किससे बात करेगा. बट ही कैन नॉट वेट टिल मॉर्निंग, वो सुबह तक वेट करना नहीं चाहता है. सो देन वो स्ट्रेस आता है, उस स्ट्रेस में कोई सुसाइड करता है, कोई भाग जाता है. दोस थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग. सो हाउ दिस गैजेट्स कैन प्ले पिवटल रोल for making a relation beyond relation, that is called the digital relationship. So that is exactly is my talk, that don't see the gadgets as a negative point for you. The gadgets can be a positive device for you to make a relationship where your stress and strain of loneliness can be avoided. Talk beyond syllabus. It is not confined to only faculty, vice chancellor did that. Because I am a person who proposed that, so I am standing in front of you. बहुत एमती टॉपिक अच्छी. एबे गोटे जिनसा रिसेंटली चलची, श्रीधर को पटनायक रो पूरा एआई रिलेटेड आसीबो वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग कॉल. श्रीधर सेंड मी 50,000 rupees. I am in this situation. Give me immediately. I'll on reaching university return you. Not say दे दो से. कारण वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस में पटनायक कथा बात करची. But my AI generated avatar is talking to him. Yes. Be careful about this thing. So things are moving fast. So beyond talk beyond syllabus also has a responsibility to our make awareness in the society की ये गोड़ा कारण काहु ना काहु ये message आसे. So many things are in my mind. So therefore I thought I'll bring a topic which is not any subject, but it is it can touch to anybody's mind. Everybody is lonely in this world, then who can help you? Go to the next slide. This is my friend who was in US doing the measurements. Can you recognize my friend? It is my 1996 photo. So, this is a defense anechoic chamber where the antenna measurements are done like this. So, it is me who was conducting a test for the Motorola phone. So, the purpose of the phone measurement was, you see this, there is a human-like head sitting there. We say it is phantom. So, there is a pink color. Are you in a position to see a pink color in the ear? That pink color is having the equivalent electrical properties as your soft tissue which you are having in your ear. Exactly, soft tissue bar kari electrical measurement ja kariyo ja milna se pink material hochi. And this skull due to the future, this skull has the same electrical properties, the same thing what your skull is having. So now a phone is kept. If the Q phone opposite side, you can see that the phone is kept, and the study is how much radiation is getting absorbed in our head. Before giving you a digital relationship talk, I want to prove that I am an expert who knows what is the hazard of this device, how much it will deposit in us. So it is not a blind person who is talking in front of you or taking a YouTube talk or a PPT from somewhere is talking. It is my own research which I am bringing in front of you. Let's go to the next slide. You can now see the phone and the antenna. You can see. You can visually see the phone and antenna. So basically, if you see here, this antenna is under test by us to get a SAR certificate. SAR certificate. If you buy a phone, always see that you get a low SAR value, 1.6 watt per kg. If we take the tissue inside our head in terms of weight, 1.6 watt peak value is allowed for 1 kg of tissue. In our head model, hand model it is 3.2. Similarly, we had belly that this Canadian railway, they have that wagon setting things. It is automatically done. Amar to local turning wagon the railway station other turning they have that wireless setup to bring. So we used to measure how much deposit is happening here. Even you'll see in the airport or some places, these people are putting that in a stylish way. This wireless talk is here. Are bhai, tomorrow antenna pura exactly head to touch karche. I don't tell them, but these are all dangerous things. And if you have seen my way of operating the phone, maximum time I do it in speaker phone because I know what is this problem. So 1-2 centimeter away from your phone, this deposition will come down. Even wear phone, wireless devices, these are all source of taking signal inside. So be careful about that. Next. This is what is the deposition which will get. And the lower scale, if you see that, this score gives you a how much what is getting deposited. Pink color is more dominated, yellow color is the medium, but it is danger zone. If you are towards white and yellow, blue, then you are in safe zone. So in your head, that measurement which we did for a Motorola phone, it will have this type of deposition. Starting from your neck, depend on what type of antenna. That was a monopole antenna. Aguru bahari ke tara wale dekha no antenna. So type of antenna, this is the type of deposition which it is having. Next. It also varies from child to adult. You see the 10 years old child, adult 5 years, the deposition is more in 5 years. So if people are giving it to 1 year child, so you can think this situation. These are all experimental and simulation method. I got the simulation slide because those slides are now misplayed by experimental slide. But whatever was available yesterday night, I could accumulate and I had given that in front of you. So the kids are having the more fluid in their brain, and fluid is a good conductor of signal. So our head size is more, will receive more signal. This antenna what are this basic signal? So we are bigger disc. Pujari has a bigger disc than me, he will receive more signal because his head size is more. But Pujari's son or daughter, who is he or she will get more signal deposited. They will get less signal because of this size, but whatever they will get, maximum will be deposited because they are having more fluid inside. So therefore, kids are more vulnerable to this type of radiations. Next. This is just to give you an idea that our bone, tissue, this, that is having a electrical properties. And these readings are not like that. It is too much of research. This particular from the Military College of London, they used to supply this data to us, and we used to prepare those materials for putting inside. We can ask a student or teacher or a volunteer to stand and go. German has that policy. They take money, volunteers, they are ready to get exposed to this cancerous effect. But in US, they don't permit that. Next. So this is simple. The formula for SAR. Hence, if your conductivity is more, sigma rises, and if the field is more, obviously you will have the maximum deposition. So if somebody is transmitting more signal, you are prone to that. Nearer to your tower within 300 meter, you are safe. If you are beyond 300 meter, you are more exposed because beams comes like this. Anyhow, that different story. I don't want to make a scary situation for you. Even different your head movement. Like sometimes couch re sofa re soiki kotha karcho. Sometimes the different angle moment also. These are all IEEE and patent thing for me because in 1996 I gave a patent to Nokia. And the invisible antenna that was the first in 96. I was the inventor for that. So the first microstream antenna came into existence with our invention. And University of Odisha, if you go to the patent office, my name is there. So we sold that patent to Nokia. That they put eyes. Next, this is beyond. That was antenna of mobile phone. This was a study which we are conducting. How your EEG, ECG get affected by your own mobile use. And this is in Network Chandigarh, which I did. He is one of my MTech students. The scenario was like that. Sakalu 5th hour tam hostel take niki pade school. So that rati sara soichandi, no signal in them. So first stage they take the normal measurement, then allow them to call or receive a call from their other side. Or I'll go out and give a call to him, he will receive. So we used to see the heart rate variability. So this is a stage where the person is not having, because it is an EEG recording, your eye blinking also will give you noise. So therefore the student is closing his eye and is in a static mode, and we are taking his EEG recording. Next, this person is now using a phone. You can see the photo now. So since from the stress you can not find the difference, we have to amplify that. So we have seen the difference. So in our brain, we have alpha, beta, delta, theta signals, mainly 4. The alpha is for relaxation. This is to generate the alpha signal. Beta signal is for concentration. You will try to generate the beta signal. So similarly, the delta signal is to have a dreamless sleep. Both लोग अच्छे से dream direction दे रहते हैं, सोई बंद नहीं, offset sleep जानती. So there were yogis, those who used to give them those yogasana or those kriya. After doing that kriya, they used to in a position to develop the capacity of generating delta wave. So once they generate a delta wave, they will have a dreamless sleep, deep sleep में जा सकते हैं. So, since those theories were already existing, I thought, let me explore this as a research. In fact, Madam ka kam hoita thila, so Madam ka kam solution. 3 PhD students, so Madam is one of them. Next, you go to the next level. So again, I am there because I always lead from the front. दूसरों को बैठना से पहले मेरे को बैठाना पड़ता है पहले. So this is ECG recording. Next, go to the trace. In ECG, you can see this is TX mode, means transmission mode. That means when I am using a mobile phone and making a call to, let's say, Dr. Sound. So in that situation, how my heart rate is going to change and mark केवल तलता तुम जो PQR टा पढ़ी परिबनी कारण स्ट्रेस गुड़ा सेम देखा जीवो तुम डॉक्टर बोले जानी परिबनी just mark the top one, the red line. One thing you mark, the red line in the transmission mode, the right side is down. The right side is down as I am using the phone. Started with a big value, then gradually downing down, 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 down. Then go to the next. When I am receiving, you see the signal is different. You have same heart. You are not a different person. Your heart rate variability gets changed when you are transmitting, when you are receiving. Your heart is not changing. You are the same person with the same heart. It is not that separated. But stress-wise, you see. So why? When you are initiating a call, this is a stronger signal. When you are receiving a call, it is a weaker signal, and that your heart rate will change accordingly. So the situation is that these gadgets are why I am showing all these things in front of you, because these gadgets have their own harm and effect on your body. So they are all electrical devices, and your body is a full-fledged electrical body. So in that body they match well. When there is a resonance, that means that part will have that same frequency as the frequency which you are transmitting, the maximum signal will be deposited. So koti, this signal will get deposited in this type of issues. So once this is there, then means what should I advise you? Don't use phone. You will tell better go out of this room. So I don't want to give you that advice. Even to a small kid, जैसे कोई हो, ये phone use करने से कहीं करके if you are seeing in flight and train, से खाया पाएंगे से कहेंगे कुछ phone नहीं गला phone दले जाएगी खाओ. This is what is the type of empowerment, I will say, not addiction. So in this situation, how to use this phone? This is to show you those generally technical. This is called the power spectrum density. Actually, signal trace through basic energy related information of humanity. So there is electronics, there is a term called power spectral density. That power to spectral density. Spectrum. So if you see your transmission spectrum, left side corner transmission receiving PhD जोड़ा गला. Again you go to the transmission. Go to slide back to जाओ. See the transmission mode spectrum. Next slide to जाओ. Clear cut difference you can see. If you are unable to trace the study करिए आपका spectrum मोड वाला है तो मैं देखिए there is a difference between the transmission and receiver signal. Next go. This is a comparison. Next, we have a better clarity. So now comes to my topic. So now at least accept me that I am a person who knows how signal interacts with body. And both simulation wise and experimental wise, I have done my work. So I am not a person who has just come with some literature, study, and without getting exposed to that environment talking in front of you. It is not. So I have done myself this research, both experimentally and simulation wise. And that too not only in this country, also a country like US. So now when the metaverse world is the real work scenario for us. So the trend has changed. And when the change is already existing and the change is changing, we don't have power to stop that change. We don't have power to really go against that change. Swimming against the current is very difficult. But swimming along the current and making yourself connect to a proper shore is the right approach. And that is exactly the objective of this particular approach now. So metaverse world is going to be with us. And it is the world where we will be working now. Especially the way the generative AI, the open AI, that is day by day it is coming. Lot of things are happening. And even your thief are no more physical thieves. They are also virtual thieves. Dakayat, bada dakayat, that is virtually available. So obviously we will have virtual police station. To make the police station empowered, we have to give a virtual education. So the chain, if you see, starting from our learning to and everything is in the metaverse world. So therefore, in the metaverse world, what we can handle, that know-how should be with us. And this know-how, I am not going to tell you, because this is what is the source by you. So therefore, I kept that in a small box, that know-how is your individualistic approach. କେତେ ଜିନିଷ ତମେ ଜାଣିବ, that go on searching. But I am like to talk more on relationship and boundaries. You must know what is a relationship and boundary. Digital father, stepfather to sudutelo, digital mother भी sudutelo, digital parents now, digital brother, digital sister, digital friends. So 2 o'clock night you are feeling lonely because these nocturnal characters and even all these people like you also are sleeping late, I know. So midnight वो आशीष हमारा आदित्य का याद आएगा कि पापा से बात करना है, क्या करेगा बेचारा, तो मुझे पापा को उठाएगा क्या. So now digital parents को ढूंढेगा. And there is a chat GPT now, and dangerously now it is emotional chat GPT. It is behaving the way, if you want to cry, this fellow is also crying. This is, I don't know whether we are going in a right direction, wrong direction, I don't want to comment on that. But these are happening. So now to encash that tools for our own use. So therefore, if we have to look for a counselor or a psychologist in the middle of the night, when I have a tendency of going for a committing a suicide in a lonely hours, so can this digital relationship will stop me from committing such a big step? So now this is what exactly you should know, which are those tools who will be attached with you so that they will give a sense of relationship. This particular thought process came to your mind. This is not only any book or YouTube channel or any Google material. My son one day, while having a video conferencing with us, he was telling that, पापा ये दोस्त लोगों के साथ बैठने से मेरा टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा है. वो एक चीज को 10 बार मुझे पूछते हैं, उनका प्रोजेक्ट मुझे करना पड़ता है. सो बेटर है कि मैं चैट जीपीटी, इमोशनल चैट जीपीटी लेके उससे बात करता हूँ, बढ़िया से मेरे को आंसर दे. So now as a parents, that situation is dangerous for any parents. So immediately मेरा क्वेश्चन था, वो तो फ्रेंड के लिए बोल रहा है, मैं immediately उसको बोला, because he is very emotionally attached to me. I told, can this replace your father? So all of a sudden there was a silence in this our fourth discussion, because sister, mother, मैं और ये हो. मैं बोला, you have to tell Subramsu the answer I need. Will this emotional chat GPT can replace your father? So then obviously answer तो no ही होना था, father को कैसे hurt करेगा. So when he said no, I told no, you are wrong. It can. Technically it can. But what is that it cannot? Then he told, Papa, your presence itself is giving a different type of happiness. And seeing this fellow, I will not get that. So what is that? This is what is the chemistry of the relationship. So this chemistry of the relationship, it can give me the chemical equations, it can give me the chemicals for that equation, but it will not create that compound which is to be generated, and that is what is the uniqueness of the personal chemistry. So the family which is not having a personal chemistry, for them digital relationship is the only solution. And we know working parents, they don't have time to create that chemical relationship or the personal chemical relationship which I am talking about. It is not your fault. Unitary family, not in a joint family where your things were being told by the grandfather, grandmother, the father childhood रे ये करते college रे अपनी बदमाशी करते ये. So the son or the daughter used to know everything about the father. All those things are missing. Ultimately, when the son or the daughter wants to have some discussion, parents don't have time. What to? Yeah, TV dekh, mobile dekh le, because they are busy in different things. You see, try to come to that environment. So then we have to really now tune them. But this is a dangerous situation that if the digital sister is a criminal, if she is like Kulandevi, then obviously this fellow will be a different type of person. And if the digital brother is an international criminal, so he'll create an international criminal. So therefore, Sangat. We say Sangat, what type of Sangat you are having. So you have to just see that the digital relationship, the database, which the person is browsing or the AI question which is telling is good Sangat. And that questions, you have to sometimes, even if you have 10 minutes time, over the dining table, you can tell certain good things so that in net or in chat GPT, he starts searching that. Don't tell that कि ये उधर हुआ था, ये उधर हुआ था, not negative. So therefore, this environment to be created so that the digital relationship ultimately make you happy, because when the real relationship of life is shortage of time, is under stress, under a different culture of independency. Definitely, this I feel that this is the another way of surviving yourself. Whether you agree with me or not, but I am convinced this is one way of life. When nobody is there, you go on browsing certain things, go on chatting with them, they will supplement to certain extent that. Especially the old parents, you are not nearer to them. If one of the partner is called by the God, the other partner is in a very bad shape. Now, say the pila now the grandson, granddaughters are with them in a big house all throughout the life. What earnings they did, created a palace, thinking that my son, daughter, everybody will stay here. One fine morning, they are all in different places, because this job search is like that. They have to see their career. They have to, so you cannot. So in that situation, how this digital friend is coming into picture, you have to see. And therefore, I personally feel that if you are going through different book of relationship, then maybe we can give these attributes to this particular emotional chat GPT to have, so that those attributes are the blissful attributes to create a digital platform where the relationship matters, and it is a better relationship which it will advocate for our people. So here it has a research. You people in between which department can find out a way out, you think over it. But it is a topic of coming time, digital relationship. Next, we go to next one. I have told you today that departmental mentor. Can this departmental mentor be 24/7? But digital mentor can be 24/7. Why can't you create a avatar? So sociology में आदित्य पांडे का फोटो उसका अवतार बना दिया mentor जो expected questions, so that रात में आराम से सो सकते हैं बच्चे अपना mentorship लेते रहे उनसे. This is happening, and it is going to happen in very strong way. I'm just telling that we have to also take a path of this one. So digital mentorship, your pet. आज का दिन में many of the young couple, they take a decision will not have kids. They don't want kids after marriage, but they will have 2-3 cat, puppy dogs, even though कोई एक चोर को भी पकड़ नहीं सकता है, that type of things. And they are more concerned about them, even they are not concerned about parents. वो सास ससुर तो गए कहाँ, even own parents भी नहीं है front में, but the pets are सो नाउ रात में वो कहीं अगर पीएचडी करने के लिए गया है कि कहीं टूर में गया है, मेरा पेट खाया है कि नहीं ये खाया है, तो कैसे देखेगा? तो डिजिटल पेट को लेके खुश रहो भाई, फोटो देख के उसका ये देख के खुश रहो. Look, what I told you, the change is happening. You don't have a power to stop that change. So let's don't talk something which we cannot. Let's talk that yes, this change is happening. We can be part of this change. So while swimming across along with them, we can pull their boat towards the right direction. So that is the way of now dealing with the life. So if you see here, technically everything is possible now. And therefore, you want to have a chemistry with your teacher, it's possible. You want to have a chemistry with your popular leader, it is possible. You can be very close to this type of people. So this is a game of the mind. I like Dr. Sau because certain things which are weakness to me, spiritual activities, honesty, going with the philosophy of great philosophers. So some attribute he is having, maybe is like person better. So those attributes, if we can put, even if he is not there, but his appearance and the talk, the voice, everything is coming that way, then my mind will read this, oh, Dr. Sau is in front of me, he is talking to me. Then I get my internal satisfaction. That is the game. So this is what is the mind mapping. In my research 2010 ରୁ ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିଥିଲି ଗୋଟେ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିଥିଲେ ହାର୍ଟ ଟୁ ବ୍ରେନ୍ କମ୍ୟୁନିକେସନ୍ ଟୁ ହେଲ୍ପ ଦି କୋମା ପେସେଣ୍ଟ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ବ୍ରେନ୍ କାମ କରେନି କୋଉଠି ଗୋଟେ ନା କୋଉଠି ତାଙ୍କର ନ୍ୟୁରନ୍ସ ବିକଜ ନ୍ୟୁରାଲ ନେଟୱାର୍କ ମୁଁ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲି ସୋ ଆଇ ନୋ ଦିସ୍ ସବଜେକ୍ଟ ୱେଲ୍ ତ କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି ତାର ନ୍ୟୁରନ୍ ଡ୍ୟାମେଜ୍ ଥାଏ ସୋ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଦି ଫାୟାରିଂ ପୋଟେନ୍ସିଆଲ ସେଟା ଚେଞ୍ଜ ସୋ if one neuron will not get the right kind of potential, it cannot drive the next neuron. So unless it drives, then the total chain is blocked. So our control system is closed. हाथ गोड़ जा हलेवा सब किसी बंद, सब organ काम करते हो, heart काम करते हो, body रो सब किसी करते हो, but control system will not work. So my research was to see if I can penetrate, because we can penetrate towards the brain. So in that situation, what I was trying to penetrate to the brain through heart. Actually, any disturbance in the skin एक कौन सी चिमटा मार लेगे, heart through the set of brain को जाए. So that indication आसे जाए, remove your hand or throw that पिंपुटी का मतलब throw that पिंपुटी जो action हो जाए, सेटा heart to brain देगी, brain control करती है पिंपुटी वाले से whatever. So when I was looking forward to that, this particular situation came to me that can I help the coma patient, that instead of music therapy, touch therapy, arbitrarily, nobody knows how to, can I enter through their heart to the brain and find out a solution? Because after that I became bicentennial, so that research got stuck in between, but we did lot of homework. So why I am telling this thing, this brain mapping or the brain control is completely in neurons. If you can create a virtual environment which appears to it as it is an illusion, creating an illusion in the mind. So if you can create that illusion in the mind through this virtual network, then your relationship is a strong relationship, but it is not real relationship, so it is a digital relationship. This all is happening now, and it is going to happen more. By the time you reach my age, most probably you'll remember that I will not be here in the earth, but you'll remember that this fellow talked one day and it is now happening. Now, let me bring a story in front of you. So, what is this going to happen? I'll just change the context of the story in this way, that one fisherman, every day he used to go to the nearby river and get some fish and used to serve to the family. Then one day, he came across one person. He told, अरे से जो आगे जो नदी आगे जो टापुटा अच्छी से टापू गले तते बहुत बड़ा बड़ा माछ मिले, मैं भी किसी धनरत्न भी मिल जाता है, but बर्तन टापू केमती जीवो बड़े माने he has to swim again beyond the region that person जाऊता ना तागु जो उठे, so who will guide him? So गारे सर्च कलार को nobody is aware of this कि हमें तो भाई डंगा सेती पर्यटन नहीं जो तापरे से भौर अच्छी की अच्छी जड़ा नहीं, So the current is too high. How to go beyond that? So now, who will be your friend? Who will be your teacher? Your digital teacher will come in. So you go on learning from the digital teacher. Then after getting a convinced reply from digital teacher, say Tapuru jaki apno pahunchile. Then say Tapuru, you really found some big fish and some new things. So you become gradually rich. So next, again Dure, because it's a big like Brahmaputra Nadi, if you go, there are different. I don't know how many of you are going to Guwahati. I have just kept that image in my mind. So you go to the next tapu, maybe Sidra Sunakhani. So go to, again the digital source only will help you to swim to that place. So nobody is an expert, and those experts are not available to you, but you have to reach to them. So this digital teacher or the digital trainer, master trainer, is helping you to reach to that gold mine also. So then one day you'll see that since fees to some monetary things to gold mine. Now what is after gold? Gold का बाद क्या चाहिए? Diamond चाहिए. So this person wanted, oh, there is another टापू, अभी तक gold तो मिल गया, तो मुझे diamond वाला जगह टापू को island को जाना है. So the search for the island started. Again the digital system will help you to reach there. Then after diamond, what do you want to get? After diamond, what do you have to get? मैंने गरीब एज में पूरी नहीं आफ्टर आई वांट टू नो फ्रॉम यू कि डायमंड पाइला पर कौन पाइबे चेष्टा करिए इट इज ओपन टू यू आई वांट टू हियर फ्रॉम यू सर कहले अगेन बैक टू माने पुणी गरीब होई के आसे उडे सब दान दक्षिणा कर देबे आसी पुणी माछ वाला बन दिबे ultimately what is the goal after that? Whom do you want to achieve? Life has pulled up on materialistic thing. When you are content with your materialistic happiness. So then this next step is next tapu jibar achi, and that is the most difficult path you have to cross. And digital scenario will be a better source to reach to the Almighty, so that you can create a path for yourself. So if you want to enter into a spiritual world, after a long journey of your materialistic goal achieved, then this digital relationship will bring to a situation. So interestingly, the digital relationship will not quarrel with you. But if you have an attitude of quarreling, then it will also reply you that way. That you can try. But naturally, when you have a, like I say, like a Kit Kat is required. And all of you are, even if you are not a chocolate lover, but you love Kit Kat. Yes or no? So therefore, Kit Kat should be part of life. But Kit, have you heard? Kit means, Kit in engineering, Kit means tools. And another tool will have the dangerous situation. So life, Kit Kat should continue. But this fellow will also not have neither Kit with you. In Oriya they say, when somebody is just repeatedly out of reaction, they say, don't do Kit. This digital relationship will not have that. But you can create that relationship of Kit Kat with this, and it will be a wonderful relationship to continue, especially when this scenario is going with an attitude of no Kit or single Kit. Oh, bacha, if you have a single Kit in your life, it is my personal experience. They will not have a sharing attitude. They will not get to know what is a joint or pure sculpture. But at least if you are working parents, 2 kids are there, they will share with each other. And sometimes you will see that your role is done by the eldest of the family. Before I quit, I want to tell very interesting one-line statement. अभी जब हम लोग घर छोड़ रहे थे चंडीगढ़ तो हैंडओवर करना पड़ता है क्वार्टर तो क्वार्टर को जब हैंडओवर कर रहे थे देन आई वाज अकोमोडेटिंग तो मेरा बेटा का जो सेल्फ था सो व्हेन दिस पेपर किसको लेना है किसको नहीं लेना है देन आई फाउंड उसका चाइल्डहुड का एक जो छोटा छोटा हैंडराइटिंग में उसमें अपना क्वेश्चन लिखा है whom do you love more, पापा? ऐसे करते करते लास्ट में एक क्वेश्चन आया है, whom do you fear most? नीचे लिखा है दीदी. उसका टीचर उसे पापा को कोई नहीं है, दीदी को fear है. तो he doesn't know that I have kept that thing with me. मैं सोचा उसका शादी के टाइम में उसका वाइफ को दूंगा, देखो किससे डरता था. But गुड़िया को मैं शेयर किया. गुड़िया immediately responded back with a photo where Subransh is standing like this, like this. Gudiya is just this. In small two kids, Gudiya is talking something. So then I realized that already this accent were there in our absence, where she has already taken a lot of leadership activities, and he becomes a mentor. She becomes a mentor for him. At the same time, the fear factor which the parents were supposed to create, she is in a position to create that, and the boy is blind. So that is what, when in your absence the job was done by. But maybe the digital relationship will create that also. If it is a digital friend, would you like to keep your friend throughout life in your house? Friend is for short time. That is exactly the gadget has to be used that way. So that this becomes your life experience you have to share. But this series is called Talk Beyond Syllabus. It is a TBS. So this is a TBS lecture 1. So similarly, maybe second time TBS lecture 2 you'll hear from your register, because he is giving some lot of activities every day. अपना international community को address करते हैं. So I request you to, maybe this today is too much of exhaustive thing. Otherwise I would have I would have given more inputs in this. But this is enough. This essence is told to you. Digital relationship is a new mode of relationship to take your life towards a stress-free life, peaceful life, if you are unable to maintain the physical relationship. So that is the purpose of this talk. Thank you so much.